Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in. I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner of the giveaway, and then we'll do a decent sized market watch, not too big, not too small, but I'm going to try to move through it pretty quickly because I am working currently, so I don't want to, be away from work too long. But thanks for tuning back in. Let's go ahead and announce the winner. So the winner is going to be CJ. I already sent you a message underneath your comment. You are going to win the Magician Girls. I left my email here. Just send me your mailing address via email and I will get those shipped to you. We are also at 96 subscribers currently. So when we get to 100, I'll announce a cool giveaway. Yeah, I'm very excited to be close to 100 and hitting my first major milestone. But thanks for watching, guys, and let's get into the market watch. So first is Redeyes Dark Dragoon. This had spiked up quite a bit towards 130s and is now around 107. If you need yours to play with, I think that's fine. Personally, I'm going to pick up one because I'm going to play Dynamorphia for probably a couple months. And I will be offloading these before the Megatons, so I probably won't. I think if you play it that way, you really won't lose too much money as long as you don't hold on to this when the Megatons drop in September. I think that's perfectly fine. I don't see this as an investment, but just as a current swap of cash value, because I will get my money back eventually. Even if it goes down to 80, that's okay. I think it's worth paying $20, $25 to play this for a few months. I think it's going to be a really fun package with branded, but we will see. Next is Masquerade. These are still staying steady around the $13 range, but don't be surprised if these go towards 15, 16 again, maybe even 20. This does not have a reprint. We won't get a reprint until the Megatons. People are going to need these, and there's only 39 copies left, 34 listings. This guy has quite a few though at the 13 range. So if you need yours, this is not a bad price to pay. I mean, hopefully you got them when I mentioned them 8 or 9. And I was a little late at that point. You could have got them a lot cheaper, probably for like around $1 or $2 if you got it when this set was released. Next is Despion Quartus. You don't need to play this card. It's not even really that good. The only reason you would play this is if you are playing like a pure Despia branded build. Which will probably be pretty popular. But honestly, I think as time goes on, people will be less focused on playing a huge Despia build. I think we'll probably end up seeing the Despia package get smaller and smaller just because you just don't really need it. You can play better cards like the adventure package and stuff if you cut down your Despia package for the main deck at least. And then for the extra deck, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what you play because you're gonna be locked in fusions if you're doing branded fusion. So yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter. This card is decent though if you are playing a Despia package, but at least you didn't pay 20. It's now down to 12. It was up towards 20. Yeah, like $20 not too long ago. So if you need them, feel free to pick them up. I don't think that's terrible. I mean, unfortunately, this card was like $3, like a few months ago, but it is what it is. Honestly, if you aren't playing Despia though, I think selling it now is fair. Hopefully you sold it when it was 20, but it is going up towards 15. So if you are going to sell it, don't try to undercut this guy. Just let those sell and, list it towards the 15 to 16 mark, and it will sell eventually. Brandon in red, it stands solid too at around 350, going up to 375. Hopefully you got these when I mentioned them at 75 cents. But like I said, if you're playing branded, like the branded package, you don't necessarily need to play this card. Like you can play a really small branded package. Like I'm only playing a branded fusion pretty much, and like one Aliber and what else? One Light Hex and like one Despion Tragedy, and that's like pretty much one or two Albazes. I haven't decided if I want to go with 1 or 2. but it's basically just for a material to go into Albion. But yeah, like you can play a package that small if your fusion deck is just really good. Like, so I don't know if you're gonna be playing the the Despia variant where it's mostly Despia with or Despia branded, then you probably do want to go with this card. But yeah, if you play a fusion deck like for example Shadal's, you can definitely just go with a very small branded package. Next is El Shawwinda. I noticed this card has been increasing in value for the secret rare at least. Like in February, it was around $3. I was able to pick this card up for $1 last year, but now it's like light blade first eds are $5.79, and near mints are towards the $6 range, and then bottoming out to $7.50. In my opinion, though, the only reason I got this is because it was cheaper than the ultra rare. But if you were going to get a copy, I would probably get the original print. We'll see how much that is. It might not even be a good option if it's really expensive, but I don't think that it is. So light play first edition is $4.71. Near mints are probably like $7. But honestly, I would rather at this point, the secret rare is more expensive, so I would probably just get the first edition. You can get a near mint first edition for $6.20, but I just recommend getting the light plays for like the $4.50 range. But yeah, this is definitely a possibility that you can play with the branded stuff, especially if you're playing like a Shadal build, which is not looking too bad, honestly. It'll be interesting to see what people do with the branded stuff, but I think Shadal's could be interesting. Next is Shadal Schism, going along with the Winda. I just think regardless of this, if this sees play, it's going to be a good investment to get for the around the $1 range. If you want to get this or the ultra rare, it doesn't matter to me personally. I mean, I think they both look good. I probably prefer the ultra rare just because I love that set that it came in, which is Rise of the Duelist. But I think I personally have the secret rares, and I think they look pretty good too. But these go from about $1 to about $1.40 on the first page. So I mean, it's still pretty cheap, and you've got lots of listings here for the $1.30 range. Next is a Ghostbuilder Haunted Mansion, the secret rare. It's been bought out pretty much. You're looking at $45 for near mint unlimited, but it's the first editions that are actually crazy. So the lowest first edition is $140. Do not pay this. Please don't pay this. Like, that's ridiculous. Hopefully you got the first editions for like the $55 range, but that's insane. And don't get an unlimited for over $40 either. I get it, it's a secret ghost girl, but a couple of years ago the unlims for this card were $12 and the first editions were like $18, and that was really the time to get them. But I think this is just a hype train. I think that you probably will be able to get the first editions again at some point for $75, hopefully, because I don't think 75 is bad for first ed, but and 35 for unlim is fair, but this is ridiculous. But by the way, all versions of Ghostbuilder are going up quite a bit. Even the ultra rare is like $8 to $9. Not for the Dual Devastator, but for the original art reprint from Dual Power. So make sure you have yours, because this is actually a dead stop against branded fusion. Next is Destructo. I figured since I included this in my mail day yesterday, I would just kind of go over the price. It is $4 for light play, and then going up towards $5 for near mint. I just think this is a great card to get. But do keep in mind that this probably will get an ultra rare reprint and Ghosts from the Past. So if you're not wanting to play this, then I probably would just honestly wait and see what we get in Ghosts from the Past. I would rather play an OTS super over any ultra rare, unless it's like an older, like original print. But yeah, I would rather play this anyways, so I don't really care if it gets a reprint, and it's already so cheap in my mind that it's worth it. But moving on, I got Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. This card's really good for some pendulum decks, especially Dragon pendulum decks. And this is like around $5 for a near mint first edition, which is really good. This card has gone up quite a bit in the past. I've usually seen this around the $7 to $10 range. If you look back to mid-year last year, it was $10. We saw a couple spikes to $7, and then almost $9. I think right now is kind of a bottom out point. So if you want to get these, I probably will personally get these. I think they look really cool for one, but also they're just a ridiculous card, and you can play them with quite a few decks that I can't remember offhand. But I did test this in a deck last year. I just can't remember what it was. But it mainly like Pendulum or some kind of hybrid Pendulum deck. But yeah, super good card. Next is NonFusion area. This is another buyout we've seen for the branded stuff. A lot of these are down to 3 to 4 listings. The cheapest is Elemental Energy, and I think there's like a couple light plays like for $5 left, but then it goes to like 8 to 10 plus. Don't buy into this, honestly. This is one of those cards. It's just like Discord. When I bought like 80 copies of Discord from Duel Terminal, it's one of the cards you get when it's 20 cents and there's low risk. But at this price, like I don't think that it'll actually be effective. You might stop them, or it might be annoying, and might shut them down for game one. But realistically, they're probably going to be playing, spell and trap removal like Cosmic Cyclone, and this won't really do anything. So yeah, in my opinion, like you could try this out if you wanted to, if it was cheaper. But at this price, I would just sell them if you have them. I don't think these kind of cards are actually that effective. You're better off with playing something like excuse my spelling, but you're better off playing something like Dimensional Barrier. Let's see. We'll just look at the originals. But you can get these for super cheap as well. Not the originals. The originals are, a little bit pricier, but the reprint secret rares are good, or even the ultra rares. But yeah, with this, you can declare one monster card type, like say Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, or Pendulum. For the rest of the turn, either player can special summon monsters of that declared type. Also negate the effects of all monsters of that type while they're on the field. I think this is better. Yeah, you can still get hit with Cosmic Cyclone. But if they're playing like Lightning Storms or something else, you're good to go. Like you can still get this effect off just fine. It's not a continuous trap. So yeah, this is just a better card. And let's say like you do go with a non-area fusion. Like what if you play Sword Soul, then you're basically you just have a card that's useless. So this can adapt really well, based on what you're playing. And because it negates the effects of all monsters on that type while they're on the field, you can wait to see what they're playing. Like say, for example, they go into a Chi-Chow where you're like, okay, well, they're playing synchros. I'm going to, name synchro, and they can't activate any more effects. So it's just really good. And also you can like force them to go down a line. Like it's like, instead of just firing this off in the beginning of the turn, wait to see what they're going to do. Wait for them to, like if it's, Sword Soul Tenyi, wait for them to go to Chi-Chow and then fire this off and then negate the Chi-Chow. And then they're already locked into that play, for example. It's just really, really good. Next is Artifact Lancia. If you don't have these yet, they have calmed down. They're around the $12 to $14 range. And usually I wouldn't say to go for one of these smaller sellers, but they do have 100% on 90 sales, and these are really, really cheap. And he has a play set. He or she, we don't know, but let's see. They're from New York. Yeah, they've got pretty good feedback here too. So if you want to go for that, I would probably do it. But yeah, I think this will definitely just continue to rise over time. I don't know that we'll see a buyout on it, like see it go to $40 or anything, but I think it's just going to continue to creep like it has for the last year. It goes up and down, with formats, but if you just look at the overall trend starting last year, I mean, it's just been on this slow path up. So yeah, I mean, eventually it will be a $20 card at this rate. Moving on, we have Sinister Serpent, just really good card in GOAT format. When I bought mine, it was like $7 for near mint. But you can get light plays for $4.25, 4.50, and we'll see what near mints are going for. But I think this is just a great card to have in your collection. It is a game promo, a prismatic secret rare, so they're not exactly easy to come across. It does have 2 other secret rare versions. One's a world championship card, and then the other one, we'll look at them, but the other ones are definitely more rare, but they're like, at least 12 to 15 times as expensive. One of the prints is like one of the most expensive cards in the game, but it's $6 for near mint. That's really good. And then if you look at the versions, so there's a World Championship 2004 GBA promo. That's Prismatic Secret. That's going for $200. But that is not the most expensive version. I'm going to look it up. It's like the first card that comes up if you type in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you do high to low, surprisingly. Yeah, I don't know why that this doesn't show up. It was only printed in, I think, South America as like some kind of game promo as well, but it's a super rare and there's just no listings. But the market price is $3,000, so pretty crazy. But yeah, like I said, there's, I guess realistically only one higher rarity then, which is the Game Boy Championship promo. But like I said, they're both game promos. I don't know why I have this card up, but I guess since it is up, we'll just look at Speed Duel and see what's going on. You know what it was? It's because I have that card and I was just curious what it was going for. Reinforcement down to 4 listings. That is crazy. Cosmic Cyclones are gone. That is crazy. Should I just list mine up for like $30 and see what happens? I don't think I would buy it. That's crazy, but that is crazy. There's no listings of it whatsoever. It seems like there really wasn't much of this printed because I've only ever found one store that had it. Luckily, I was able to pick up that box and they had it for retail at $35. But I never saw this anywhere else. I don't know if stores just didn't order or what. The Foolish Burial Secret Rare is also, like we talked about this not long ago, it's down to 8 listings. And it's realistically $13 going up to $15. This isn't bad if you're getting 3, but you just don't need that many. I have mine listed up just like I said, the last time that we went over this. It's not worth $14 to me. It does look nice, but I have another secret rare, Foolish Burial from Legendary Joey's collection. Legendary Collection Joey's World, that's what it is. But yeah, I would just rather have that version because it has, it has the first edition stamp and stuff. And it just looks cooler to me. But these do look really nice and super clean. And they are like, I don't know if you've ever held a Speed Duel secret rare, but at least in North America, they're like probably one of the sturdiest secret rares that that are in currently print. They just seem super strong and seem like they're super high quality. But that is it. Like I said, CJ, you are the winner of the giveaway. Send me an email. But yeah, that's gonna be it. And like I said, we have 4 subscribers to go until we hit 100, and then we will be doing another giveaway to mark the 100 subscribers. But thanks for watching. I will catch you guys later this week.